Hello everyone. Welcome to Facts You Need to Know channel, a place to share interesting stories of countries around the world. Referring to the desert, one will immediately think of the Sahara Desert located in the north of Africa. It is the hottest desert in the world, the largest desert in the world with an area of 9.4 million square kilometers, covering almost the entire area of North Africa. It's equivalent to the area of China or the United States. The Sahara Desert covers 8% of the Earth's land area, which is impressive. If the Sahara were a country, it would be the fifth largest country in the world by geographical location. The Sahara Desert is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean in the west, the Mediterranean Sea in the north, the Red Sea in the east, and the valleys of the Nile in the south. Such a large plot of land, except for the valley of the Nile River, can grow a lot of vegetables, and a few other places such as the highlands in the north near the Mediterranean can grow olive trees, and most of the Sahara is not able to cultivate. In this place, the only thing found was almost the only sand. The border areas between countries are often natural landmarks of rivers, streams, mountains, hills, and rarely a straight line. But the borders of the countries in the Sahara are mostly drawn straight. The simple reason is because there is nothing as a landmark. Some famous countries bordering the Sahara that we can easily hear, such as Egypt, Libya, Mali, Morocco. From a satellite map, the Sahara Desert is the least green place on Earth. Most of the Sahara is covered by a layer of dark brown sand. In some areas it is impossible to see plants. Many compare it even more barren than Mars. With the scarcity of rain and vegetation, this place has become the largest dust field on the planet, with sand dunes up to 180 meters high. It is estimated that dust storms in the Sahara when crossing the Mediterranean can cause mud rains in Europe. Each year about 400 to 700 tons of dust has moved from the Sahara to distant Americas and other areas. Over the years, how has the area of the Sahara Desert changed? In recent years, due to less rainfall and more grazing and reclamation, the Sahara Desert has constantly expanded its area to the south. About half a century ago, the Sahara Desert grew larger. Looking above, it is barren and unspoiled. But underneath the Sahara still has the treasures that people need. Since World War II, people have discovered mineral deposits in the heart of the Sahara Desert, one of which is a large oil and gas field located in Algeria and Libya. These are the countries that have taken advantage of this natural resource to create momentum for their country. The climate of the Sahara Desert has also changed significantly according to the history of the Earth. This is a dry desert area with few clouds, bright sunlight, year-round heat waves. The average annual temperature is 35 degrees Celsius or more. This place used to be a paradise with creatures, which will be mentioned later in the video. Now, let's come to some interesting facts of the Sahara Desert. Many people think that the Sahara Desert is uninhabited. But in fact the population of the Sahara region is about 2.5 million people. The people living here are mainly nomadic. They move from place to place depending on the season, while other small groups live in areas close to water sources. When it comes to the Sahara Desert, what is the first thing that comes to mind? I think it's the heat. How hot is the Sahara Desert? It is the hottest desert in the world, and one of the most extreme climates on the planet. The average annual temperature was 35 degrees Celsius, while the hottest temperature ever recorded was 60 degrees Celsius. The region receives an extremely low amount of rainfall. In fact, half of the Sahara receives less than 25 millimeters of rain per year. Some areas don't even get rain for a few years. Although many people think that the Sahara Desert has a continuous hot climate during the day, the temperature drops suddenly at night. Sometimes it will surprise you when the temperature can reach the lowest level up to -6 degrees Celsius. Is there water in the desert? There are actually only 2 permanent rivers and a handful of lakes in the Sahara Desert. What is a permanent river? A permanent river means that rivers flow from year to year, and ordinary rivers can disappear in a very short time due to the harshness of the climate. The 2 permanent rivers are the Nile and the Niger. The Nile is associated with the image of Egypt. This river flows through Egypt and then into the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile culture, the story of the pyramids and the pharaohs. The Nile is also associated with the most fertile farming region in the Sahara Desert. In the Sahara Desert, the river rises depending on the season. The water actually flows underground, not above the surface, because the Sahara has the largest supply of groundwater in the world. Therefore, at any given time, it is estimated that there are still oases to be found in the heart of the Sahara Desert, if drilled into the groundwater. Currently, the Sahara Desert has about 20 or more lakes, but there is only one drinkable lake, which is Chad Freshwater Lake. The rest of the lakes are saltwater lakes and almost unusable. The next story is about sand. Besides the heat, sand is an obvious part of the desert, but not every part of the Sahara Desert is sand. It is estimated that the Sahara Desert is only 25% to 35% sand. The rest is believed to be gravel, in addition to salt flats, plateaus, mountains, rivers, and oases. One of the most famous sand dunes in the Sahara Desert is located in the heart of Algeria. This sand dune, with a height of up to 450 meters, is one of the highest sand dunes in the world. Another sand dune is also used for tourism purposes, located in Morocco with an altitude of 300 meters, which is Chagaga Sand Dune. There are often walking tours and camels, an attractive tourist destination of Morocco. Even in the Sahara Desert, there is a volcano, Emi Koussi volcano. It is also the highest point of the Sahara Desert with an elevation of 3,415 meters. In terms of flora and fauna, it's estimated that there are more than 500 species of plants living in the Sahara Desert, and of which there are about 70 species of animals. The most famous animal in the Sahara Desert is the camel. Camels are almost the animal that people default to when it comes to traveling in the desert. When a camel needs to refill before a long journey, an adult camel can drink up to 113 liters of water in just over 10 minutes. In addition, camels also possess a body that can rehydrate faster than any other mammal on the planet. Among animals, the most strenuous is also the camel. A camel can carry 200 kilograms of cargo, travel 40 kilometers a day, and can go for 3 days in a row in the desert. Therefore, camels also have a nickname that is desert boat. Traveling in the desert often encounters scary situations such as sandstorms, blinding sand, heaven and earth are spinning. At this time, the camels will calmly lie down and close their eyes. Their long and thick eyelashes are like a curtain blocking the wind and sand. To protect their eyes, wait for the wind to pass before they get up, draw all the sand from above them and go as casually as usual. The greatest bravery of camels is that they can hold back from drinking water for 10 days, even half a month without any damage. Many people think that the Sahara has been a desert from the beginning until now, but the truth is not so. Every 41,000 years or so, the Sahara undergoes a transition. When the Earth rotates on its own axis around the Sun, there is a slight oscillation. This fluctuation has changed the location of the monsoon in North Africa. While the Sahara is located in North Africa and its climate has also changed. It's estimated that the Sahara Desert will return to being a verdant grassland in about 15,000 years. This is also the end of the story of the Sahara Desert. The largest desert in the world, the hottest desert in the world. Thank you for following this story. If you find it interesting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Now goodbye and see you in the next sections.